Have you ever had that thought, maybe if I just made a little more? That if a number on your paycheck could finally, just this once, outrun the list of things you need to pay for, then you could breathe, really breathe. The anxiety in your chest when you check your bank account, the low hum of background stress while you're trying to watch a movie or put the kids to bed, it would just stop. I think we've all imagined that finish line, a specific salary, a promotion, that big freelance check. We believe that on the other side of it is calm. But what if I told you the finish line moves? That for so many people, it always moves. That I've talked to people who doubled their income and still felt the same tightness in their throat when they logged into their banking app. The scenery changed, maybe a nicer car, a better postcode, but the feeling didn't. Why is that? Why does the math work out on paper, but the feeling in your gut doesn't get the memo? That's what we're talking about. Not the math of money, but the psychology of it. The story we tell ourselves that keeps us running on a treadmill. Even when we sped it up, we're taught a very simple story about financial stress. It goes like this. Financial stress equals a lack of money, and therefore the solution is just as simple. More money equals less stress. It's logical. It's what our parents worried about. It's what politicians argue over. It's the story of our economy. But if that story was completely true, we wouldn't see lawyers on six-figure salaries lying awake at night. We wouldn't see families who cross into financial comfort still arguing about the same things they argued about when they were broke. The problem gets reframed, but it doesn't get solved. So what's really happening here? It's because we misunderstand the nature of the stress. We think it's purely a numerical problem, that it lives in our bank accounts. But really, the most persistent kind of financial stress, it's a tenant in your mind. It's the gap between your reality and your expectations. It's the systems you don't have and the habits you do. And the brutal truth is, if you don't change the address of the problem, from your income to your psychology and your structure, raising your income just gives the problem a bigger, more expensive house to live in. Let me explain what I mean by that. There are three invisible forces that grow right alongside your income. And if you don't see them coming, they'll swallow every raise, every bonus, and leave you feeling just as stretched as before. The first force is lifestyle creep. And we hate that term, don't we? It sounds so judgy, like you're not allowed to enjoy the money you work for. That's not it at all. The problem isn't the creep. It's that it's automatic and unconscious. You get a $1,000 a month raise, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, life gets a little more upgraded. The grocery cart fills with the nicer brands without a second thought. The subscription services you meant to cancel just stay. The treat yourself dinner becomes a regular Thursday night. The more expensive apartment feels reasonable now. It's not one big, foolish purchase. It's 100 tiny, logical upgrades. You're not being irresponsible. You're just relaxing. And why shouldn't you? You earned it. But here's the psychological trap. Each of those upgrades becomes the new normal, the new baseline. And the baseline is where stress lives. Because now, that $1,000 raise is gone. It's been absorbed into your new normal operating costs. And you need another raise just to maintain this level. You've increased your income, but you've also increased the amount of money you need to feel okay. You're on a faster treadmill. The second force is what I call the expanding world of needs. This is the story we tell ourselves about what we deserve. When you make $50,000, your brain, influenced by everyone and everything around you, draws a circle around what a $50,000 life looks like. The car, the clothes, the vacations. Your needs fit inside that circle. Then you make $80,000. Almost instantly, your brain, without you even directing it, redraws the circle. It's bigger. Suddenly, that older car feels embarrassing. Those vacations feel modest. That friend's kitchen you're now jealous of wasn't even on your radar before. It's not greed. It's context. Our sense of what's normal and necessary is shockingly elastic. It's shaped by our peers, by social media, by the lifestyle sold to us. So when more money comes in, it doesn't go to padding the space between you and disaster. It goes to fulfilling this new, expanded list of normal needs you didn't even have last year. The goalpost of enough isn't stationary. It's running away from you. And the third most powerful force? The absence of structure. Think of your financial life like a room. When your income is small, the room is small. It's messy, stressful, but at least everything is in plain sight. Then more money comes in. It's like someone knocks down a wall and gives you a huge, empty warehouse. More space. Relief. But if you don't build any shelves, any rooms, any system, you just wander into the middle of this vast, empty space and drop your stuff in a pile. It's still a mess. It's just a mess in a bigger room. You have no idea where anything is. You're still stressed about losing things, about not being able to find what you need. That structure is your budget, your automated savings, your clear boundaries between money for today, money for tomorrow, and money for fun. Without it, more money just means more decisions, more ambiguity, and more mental energy spent trying to manage the chaos. The stress transforms from, I don't have enough, to, I don't know where it's going, and that feeling can be just as anxious. So if more money isn't the automatic fix, what is? The turning point isn't a number. It's a shift in what you're building. You stop focusing solely on building income, and you start intentionally building margin. Margin is the gap between your life and your means. It's the space between what you earn and what you spend. Not just a mathematical gap, but the psychological and temporal gap. It's breath. It's choice. It's the ability to say no to a work project without panic. It's the week where an unexpected car repair is an annoyance, not a crisis. It's the quiet Tuesday evening where you're not mentally running calculations in your head. Money doesn't create margin by itself. You have to build it like a fire break. And you build it by doing the counterintuitive thing. By deciding, before the money even arrives, where it will go. You build the shelves in the warehouse first. This is the mindset shift from how can I afford this life to what life do I want to afford and what structures do I need to protect it? It means your next raise doesn't get absorbed. It gets assigned. A percentage goes to future you automatically. A percentage goes to strengthening your foundation. And yes, a percentage goes to enjoying today, but consciously, joyfully, not accidentally. You're not budgeting to restrict yourself. You're architecting to create space. The goal isn't to maximize your lifestyle. It's to maximize your peace of mind. So, what does this look like in real life? It's not about extreme frugality. It's about intentional design. First, create a pre-commitment rule. The next time new money comes in, a raise, a bonus, a side income, you do not touch it for 60 days. Let it sit. Let the initial I deserve it emotion settle. During that time, you decide on its purpose. Maybe it's 50% to debt or future investments, automated. 25% to a specific, meaningful lifestyle upgrade you've wanted for years, not days, and 25% a pure, unplanned buffer. You just turn an income spike into a structure. Second, define you enough for the basics. This is the hardest one. Look at your core expenses: housing, transportation, food, utilities. Not your dreams, just the basics. Ask yourself, what level of spending here feels comfortable and secure without feeling like I'm proving something? Maybe it's a reliable car, not the luxury one. Maybe it's a nice apartment in a good location, but not the penthouse. Decide what that baseline is for you. This is your stress-free foundation. Any income you make above what covers this foundation is powerful, flexible money. But if every raise just inflates this foundation, you never get ahead. Third, build a worry buffer account, separate from your emergency fund. This is for the non-emergencies that cause daily stress. It's the car repair fund, the doctor's bill fund, the I forgot about that annual subscription fund. Put a small amount in automatically each month. When a $500 expense pops up and it comes from the worry buffer instead of your rent money, you'll feel something profound. Not relief that you had the money, but the absence of the panic altogether. That's the feeling you're chasing. I don't want you to walk away thinking that making more money is bad. It's not. It's a tool, a powerful one. But it's a tool that works for you only if you're the one directing it. Financial peace isn't the silence of having everything. It's the quiet confidence of knowing where everything is and knowing there's space between you and the edge. So if you've been running hard, chasing that next number, and wondering why the calm hasn't arrived, Maybe pause. Just for a moment. Look at the structures, not just a salary. Build the shelves. Redefine what enough means for you on your terms, away from the noise of the world. The goal isn't to eliminate wants or to live like a monk. It's to separate your sense of security from the relentless chase for more. It's to let your money solve problems, not create new, more expensive ones. Progress here beats perfection every single time. A tiny bit of margin you create today is worth more than a dream of massive wealth tomorrow. Start with the space. The calm will follow. Thanks for listening.